We didn't get on the podcast. You got to watch the fight this weekend.
Man, did I? But I feel bad for Nate, but I'm going to tell you why.
Yeah.
So, I did a celebrity boxing match, and it was for like, oh my goodness. It was for something that's prevalent in the Black community, like a sickness. And my parents actually have it. I think it's like high blood pressure or something I did it for. It's one of those diseases that's really, prevalent. And they were like, okay, you're going to train for 3 weeks and you're going to do a celebrity boxing match, which is not real, with the guy that does Cupid Shuffle. I said, okay. Perfect. We're like the same size, same weight. Yeah. You're supposed to have never had experience, right? I'm like, cool. I never boxed in my life.
Yeah.
So he sees me at the airport one day. I don't even see him, but he sees me and I work out. So I try to take care of myself. So he pulls out. Basically like, I'm not fighting that dude. I see him. He in shape. I ain't in shape like that. So next thing you know, they hit me with, I think it was 10 days before the fight. They're like, yeah, you're going to fight Darren Henson now. And I didn't realize who he was. Yeah. And I was like, okay, cool. I knew it was a charity match. They talking about it's like 3 rounds. You ain't really going to be boxing. It's just for fun. I'm like, cool. Then they come back and go, well, actually it's sanctioned. So y'all got to be around the same weight. So I had to lose 17 pounds in 4 days.
Oh, damn.
So, and I'm thinking this is for charity. It's for a friend of mine. It's just charity. It was for a friend of mine's wife.
Yeah.
So literally the morning of the match, they had to come give me IVs because I was like lightheaded, losing that kind of weight. You're not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
So they're like, well, there's nothing to worry about. It's just a charity match. You're not really fighting like that. So I get in the ring. I got like this, older Black gentleman that been training me. I look on Darren's side. This dude got Michael Jai White. This dude got Spawn, right? So I'm like, what? Next thing you know, we go to hit gloves, right?
Yeah.
And he hits me in the mouth, and Michael Jai White's like, get him! And I got fucked up, right?
Fuck
but
that.
what I realized, he hit
Go
me
get
like
the gun.
2, 3.
Get the gun.
Right. He hit me like 2, 3 times, right? So I'm like, and I know what happened with Nate. As soon as he got hit a couple times, he forgot about boxing and started trying to fight. Yep. And you can't, you can be the dopest. Look at what is my man name that used to do? Look, what's my man name that used to be Kimbo Slice?
He
Slice,
could fight, yeah.
But he couldn't box. Yep. You look at Butterbean. Butterbean was a funny little fat dude, but he could really box.
Yeah.
He could beat up people in a boxing match. He probably couldn't win in a fight. Correct. So I literally got messed up. Even after the fight, they had to give me more IVs because my something was low. But I felt, I didn't get Nate Robinson or nothing, but I felt what he felt. He should have never been in the ring with dude. Then I find out later, watch this, the kicker. I find out later that they rushed to find another opponent for me. And it's supposed to be people that don't have any boxing, history.
Yeah.
This dude had been training with Freddie Roach.
So yeah, he's been preparing like he's
Mike Tyson, Freddie Roach. I'm like, wait, what? So I did it for charity, so I don't feel bad. It wasn't like I was talking big.
Yeah.
But Shorty Lowe actually walked me to the ring. Rest in peace.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So that was dope. But I got in there and I got it handed to me a little bit. But the difference is, I come from a time where you could take an ass whooping, get up, shake hands, and be good.
Yeah, now
it was for now. It would have turned into something else. But listen, I can't box. I fought in my day, but I'm in my 40s now. I'm trying to just relax. And raise my daughter. But I didn't get Nate Robinson, but I felt bad for him.
What you knew what he was going through. And like you said, like all that shit would go through the window because, you train and pop. Then you get a motherfucker in there that's really about to hit you. And you like, whoa, wait a minute.
And all that you forgot. Now you like, you trying to haymakers.
You say what they say? Everyone got a plan until they get hit in the mouth. And that was a wrap.
Yeah.
So what do you think of the Tyson and Roy Jones fight? That was pretty nice. I liked it.
Well, I think Roy was holding a lot. I think that it didn't it messed with his legacy because when you see somebody walk away from the ring, you want to see them looking. You kind of envision them looking the same as they looked when they last were in the ring. And he was out of shape. It didn't look like he really trained the way Mike did. Mike lost like 100 pounds. Mike's 3 years older, but Mike was really trying to hurt him. And I respected that. Mike is like, we boxing. I know it's, exhibition, but this is the sweet science.
Yeah.
Yo, I take this for real. I don't care if I'm 8 or 80.
Yeah.
This is what it is. And
Yeah.
I respected Mike more on that end. I think that
Yeah.
Roy was just, it's fun, but he holding and all that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, I agree with you. And then you could tell by like the way Mike Tyson's shape was and his tone was, where you're like, oh damn, he's still like in shape, and Roy is still kind of like soft, kind of
right.
his
But
tone.
you got to remember, Mike had to lose. No, not had to, but Mike lost 100 pounds to
Yeah,
do this.
yeah,
So 100 pounds, that's a whole person for some people.
yeah,
So to
it
say
is.
that, like, that showed his dedication. So he was already behind the 8 ball more so than
Yeah,
Roy.
Roy
I just
was.
don't think Roy was as dedicated with it. But a lot of times when
No.
you retire, you like, man, listen, I ain't training like that. I'm not doing all that. But if you're gonna get in that ring, you got to show that you can still do something. Like if they
Yeah.
wheel me on stage one day and I'm
Yep.
70 some years old, I'm gonna get on that mic. I'm gonna sing my ass off because that's what
Exactly.
I got to. Ain't no, well, I
Exactly.
ain't got my teeth. I need my teeth. No, I'm all gums. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Oh, that's
They
what
be
it
like,
is.
help that man out. Help that man out. He's doing good, but come on, give him some backup.
Right. I'm a straight be
Nah.
no teeth like, baby, when my grind, all that. What I'm telling
Come on, man.
you.
You gotta hang it up someday, RL. For the hoodie. And we're gonna
Okay.
get you a hoodie and shirt, man. And this ain't the last time we speak, bro. We're gonna keep this relationship building, man. That's what the plug's about.
Well, this is the Plug Podcast, episode 30. These are outtakes, but we're going to add this in editing. You already know what it is. I'm Mr. Butler of RL. We got my guy here, the legend. You already know, Jay. Let's get it. The Plug, Mr. Alamo. Let's go. Holla.
Yeah. Long distance phone calls ain't working. Every night I gotta go to sleep without you here is certain. And the shoot you be sitting on my phone, really just beating me up. Got me wishing you were here with me right now. Us making love. Yeah. Cause I need you here with me right now. Driving me crazy. We gotta figure this out. I gotta get to you. Yeah. I gotta get to you. I don't care where you are. You're never too far from me. 'Cause I gotta get to you.
Yo, welcome back. This is your boy Jay Alamo. This is podcast number 30. Welcome back. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, Facebook page, etc., etc. We got RL in the building tonight. So what up, RL? How you living, man?
Yo, Jay, I'm just happy to be here, man. How y'all doing out there, man?
Man, it's getting a little chilly. It's getting a little bit cold down here. So, I got to get my hoodies. Plug in my hoodie real quick.
I'm not mad at you. Yeah, we had flurries out here in the A, man. I'm from Minneapolis, so I'm
Yeah.
pretty used to the cold weather to an extent. But I went out to take out like the trash or something the other night, and I seen flurries. It shook me up. Like, wait a minute, is the cold following me? You know what I'm
There
saying?
you go. You brought it down there to Atlanta with you, brother. But that's what's up, man. How's quarantine life? How's life been going since COVID hit about March, February timeframe?
Well, my birthday's in April, so we kind of had to do like a Zoom virtual birthday party. But besides that, I grew up on an itinerary. My whole adult life has been wake up this time, be here, do this.
Yeah.
So me being almost military like with how I do things, it hasn't changed. So I get up at the same time I got up. Luckily, I have a gym at home. My studio's at home. I
Dope.
do pretty much the same things. And
Dope.
I'm a homebody, so I don't have to make up excuses on why I'm not coming to somebody's crib or today gathering.
Yeah.
I do feel bad for all the, the deaths and all the things that people are going through.
Yeah.
But I think that we are a resourceful people, so it makes us have to take a step back and figure out other angles and ways to get paper, to
Yeah.
get creative, to do different things, and to have fun in the crib.
Yeah.
So we've been doing that. You know what I mean? I have a
Dope.
3.5-year-old, almost 4-year-old. So, the
Nice.
hardest thing for me is really her and
Uh-huh.
her not being able to play with her friends and stuff like that. But we get creative.
That's dope, man. That's dope. And a 4-year-old, oh man, your hands full, your time's full, man.
Man, it's crazy.
Ain't nothing like it. I have a 2-year-old daughter as well, and oh man, she's starting to talk a little bit more and scaring the hell out of me, bro.
Well, see, I listen. I have a 25-year-old son, and then everything stopped, and now I have a almost 4-year-old daughter. She'll be 4 in January. So it's like, man,
Oh
I
man,
started over, and it's humbling
I'm
because
about to say that. How did
yeah,
you? That's two different. Now you got like a partner in your son, 25, and now you got a baby again. How you
man.
handling that injustice?
Well, it's there's good things and bad. I'm more mature, but you're
Facts.
also more set in your ways because you've been doing it this way, for this long. But luckily, it's a girl. You know what I'm
Uh
saying?
huh.
So
Uh
she
huh.
kind of runs everything anyway. So she gets away with more. Not
Yeah.
even because I'm older and more chill. It's just because she can just look at me and be like, "Daddy," and it's like, "Whatever you want, baby."
Yeah. Oh man. All right. Well, I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one like that. So I'm a sucker myself. So that's really good. Definitely, everybody stay up. Y'all gotta stay up as well during this, COVID and everything. Y'all stay healthy. Um, during these past few months, we also had a lot of deaths due to police brutality and a lot of discrimination. How are you feeling current now? I mean, the voting is done. We're past that. How are you feeling now about the justice for George Floyd and things like that?
Well, I'm from Minneapolis, so
Yeah,
I actually went up there after the, I guess I can't say riots because truthfully, there were those
protests. Yeah.
it wasn't even the protest people that were looting and starting the fires. It was people coming up in caravans doing that. So it was like
Wow.
that's the sad part. But I went up and I met with the police chief, and I had some ideas about reform, and we had a great discussion. Um, Besides that, voting is almost done because we have 2 Senate seats.
That's right. I
We,
was
we
gonna
have
bring
to
that up.
fill, yeah,
Talk to
right
me.
here in Atlanta. So
Yes, sir.
we I just did my absentee ballot information so they could send me another one because I don't want no problems.
Good stuff.
Um, I think that it's empowering. At first, I was sad that how do we vote in a reality show dude that's a known
Come on.
sexist, racist.
Come
But
on.
truthfully, all it did was show us that maybe we were a little relaxed in thinking that it was more different than it really was. So
Hmm.
I think now we're more attentive to everything that's going on around us, and we can come together and unite more. And not even just blacks, but including whites. I think that a lot of times, white people would say stuff like, well, this isn't the 50s and 60s and racism is gone. But now that it's on the forefront and it's on the news and it's social
Yeah,
media
you
and
see it.
there's videotapes
Yeah.
of police brutality, there are, our white brothers and sisters that see it and go, man, we were wrong. So
Yeah.
it's not even just a black thing. I think it's a human thing for
Correct.
everybody to see all these things going on and for us to unite and try to fix it.
Man, that's really good. And I know initially you wanted to do something with Steven Jackson to kind of put on for your city as well. I know COVID probably slowed a lot of those things. So
Yeah. Yeah,
so
we're still gonna do like the food in the city thing that I'm gonna be doing with actually Ricky Davis and
oh
Tony Draper is doing it. So we doing that, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
yeah, we got a few things popping.
Yeah. So that's really good. My bad. I don't know. I had put my shit on airplane mode and
Oh, it's all good.
let me see. That's like when you go into an interview for a job and then your phone go off. You're like, oh man, come on.
No, no. All you gotta do is tell them, well, this is another job calling, so y'all better hire me. So we good. You know what I'm saying? So Tony,
Y'all
you know what I
already
mean?
know.
Listen, let me tell all the viewers this right here.
Yeah.
Y'all better be watching and supporting because that was a major station trying to get the show calling right now.
Yeah,
And then
you
y'all will
already
be
know.
getting this for free. So y'all need to be watching and supporting because that was a major station calling. So let's get it
Yeah,
out there.
yeah, you heard it from Mario, God damn it. Appreciate you, dog. You plugged in. So definitely really good. I'm excited for you guys in Atlanta. Y'all did very good in voting. Georgia did very good in voting. Y'all got 2 seats to fill for, Biden and Harris to be able to do what they want to be able to do. So definitely y'all get out there and take care of that for us.
Most definitely.
So appreciate you talking about a little bit about what you're currently doing. I mean, socially. Let's talk about your music, what you're very known for, Mr. RL, Mr. Smoothness himself, my man. Tell me about some of the current projects you're working on right now and what you're doing.
Well, I have the Letter J, which is a free EP on my website, justrl.com, that I'm giving away. It's 4 records. It's free. After that, I have the first single coming from the project called Another Night, which we're gearing up for. We just did the artwork and we're probably going to shoot a visual. I did a deal with a label out of London. So we're getting ready for that. We also have, I think probably one of the final next projects coming out. We're still touring stuff like that, but musically and actually like just life wise, we're in different places, doing a bunch of different things. But we have a Next by Nature project, which is Next and Naughty by Nature that we're, finishing up. So I just been grinding, man. Oh, and I have me and my partner B Flat wrote and produced the Jeezy's next single featuring Demi Lovato and Lil Duval. We wrote and produced that, so we got that coming. So we just excited, man.
Stop it, man. Atlanta all united right there. That's what's up. Let me, there's so much little aspects I want to get into it. Let's talk about Letter J first.
Okay.
When did this come out and what inspired you to put your own little project out like that, your own EP?
Well, it was a few months ago. One of my managers, my publicist, and my production partner had been on me like, you know what? I know we've been writing for other artists, but you have all this great music. Let's come up with some ideas. So the Letter J comes from, we sampled John B, 2 Jodeci records, and a Janet record. So that's where the J comes in. Okay. But I just wanted to really flip records from people I really respect. John B is one of my favorite people. I think he's my generation's Michael McDonald or Kenny Loggins, whichever you choose. Yeah. And of course, Jodeci was the blueprint for us in a lot of ways, besides Commission and Boys II Men. And then with the Janet record, Jimmy and Terry actually, wrote and produced the record. And I idolized them growing up because they're from where I'm from. Yeah. And it's funny, we never got clearance for the samples, but it was free, so you really don't have to. Okay. But I got a DM from Jimmy Jam, and I was scared, like, oh, he gonna be mad. And he actually, he hit me and was like, I'm proud of you. It sounds good. Dope. So it's like when you get the OGs, the Godfathers to really co-sign you, that's when you know you're doing something right. So I really wasn't planning on putting out anything, but with the right people around you supporting you, telling you, no, you're dope, let's do it. They push me, and I'm happy with it. I'm really happy with it.
Man, y'all make sure y'all check out the Letter J on your website as well, right? So you can go over there, and it's on YouTube as well. So shout out to you on that project. Continue to do numbers on that. You're currently working on a project with Naughty by Nature and Next. Is that what I heard?
Yep, it's called Next by Nature. Yep.
Come on, man. You couldn't just breeze past that, man. So tell me a little bit more about that project, how that come up. I know y'all been working a while together, right?
Well, KG from Naughty by Nature discovered us, so they're kind of like our big brothers.
There you go.
For me, we had been touring with the guys, and we had done like 70, 80 records, but individually, guys were on different pages professionally on what they wanted to do. So we decided to just chill, continue to tour, be brothers, and just live off the legacy at this point. But then I got a call from KG, and he requested me to, in doing this project. But when the OG calls you, it's really not a request. He basically told me in my heart. So it was like, whatever you want to do, big bro. So we've been working on the project. We got the first single. It's called We Like. COVID hit, of course, so we weren't able to do visuals, and so we just been holding it and fine tuning everything, getting everything just right.
Dope, man. I'm excited to hear that project as well.
Thank you.
Do you have any visuals that we can get into for the people real quick for a break?
Well, I do have my Simple 60 videos for 2 of the records on my Letter J project. So yeah, let's do it.
All right, so let's get into that music video, and we'll be right back with RL. We'll be right back.
Girl, you're never alone. Just pick up the phone, and I'll be on my radio. You gotta know that. You gotta know whatever you need. There's nothing I won't do.
that one don't stop. I want to send you out some of my gear, man, just to tell you a little bit more about the plug. Like I got my own little merch going, as you can see. It's the plug.
It's dope. I see you. I've been checking it out. I see you.
Yeah. And then I got it in the back right here. Let me show you. I'm glad I'm tall. In the back right here, I got the plug in 4 different languages. I don't know if I'll bring it up to you.
No, I can see it. That's dope, man.
Yeah. So, just a little something we doing right now. It's the first design, and we got the plug emblem on the left hand sleeve as well. So, man, I want to send you out some stuff, man.
I'd appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, I want to send you out a hoodie. What size hoodie would you wear?
A large.
Okay, cool. And I got it in black, red, white.
Black would be perfect.
I got you. I see you in the black.
Yes, sir. Thanks, man.
And you always in black for some reason when I see your pictures and stuff. That's your go-to, I see. So
yes,
I will send you out a black hoodie, man. Shirt, black shirt?
Yeah, please, man.
I got you large.
Yes, sir.
I got you, boss, man. I got you. I'm going to send that out to you ASAP. So welcome back from that music video from RL, our special guest for podcast number 30. What up, RL? How you living, boss, man?
Man, I'm living great, man. I'm just on here with the plug. You already know how we do it.
Hey, man, I'm enjoying this interview like no other, man. Shout out to you, man. Let's get into a lot of your history now. We
okay, let's do it.
Your current stuff, we got more to get into that, but Next, a lot of people know you from Next, man.
Right.
Killing it. Like I said, every weekend in the club on Saturday night at the basement. You can't miss Too Close. I'm dropping that downtown, boom, and everybody's vibing. So y'all had Too Close. Y'all had Wifey, Butter Love. Tell me about the experience working with a group such as those guys, man, with Next.
I mean, it was a blessing. They're real biological brothers. So there was always a connection, but a disconnect because regardless, you can't come between two brothers. They're, you know, blood. But they did the best they could in making me feel like family, Of course, there's ups and downs and you grow. And excuse me, in a lot of ways, I was immature. They probably were immature in certain ways. And you all of a sudden you're thrust in the limelight and now you got money and you got different people coming around and different, obstacles that you have to, get over. And at one point I was even kicked out of my own group, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what you learn is the opposite of what we're taught now on online. And what we're taught is to cancel people. There is no grace anymore. There is no, you messed up, but let me correct you and let's move on. And that's what we had to do. We had to grow up as men and understand that we created a brand that was bigger than any of us individually. I know a lot of times people will say, RL, you're the leader and I'm not. We all lead in different ways and we're all equals. And we had to learn to lift one another up. We had to uplift each other. And now, we're in a pretty good place.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. That's very motivating to hear because I know in past interviews, you kind of mentioned a little falling out and kind of thinking about, getting back together. But like you said, that brand is bigger than all three of y'all, man.
Exactly.
So that's going to always live on. That music is always going to live on, period. You know what I'm saying? So I do, tell me more about experience of writing like Too Close. Honestly, I want to know about that process, man. Like I enjoy that song so much. Tell me about that process, how y'all come up with it, and
well, me and Tweet were talking to two girls. There was a club in Orange, New Jersey, called the Peppermint Lounge, and I really wasn't old enough to get in there, but of course they would get us in. And we met some girls, and they told us about how they would dance on guys, to get them aroused to see what they was working with. And I've always been a person that felt like, even back then before I made it, records that you could relate to were the long-lasting ones.
Fact.
So there are certain things that you will never get over. I love you. I miss you. I need you. I'm sorry. I you look good. Things like that are always being styled. And I always try to find obscure things. And I was a rapper first. So I had a record deal offer for rapping. So I wanted to be able to take certain things and write about them, but from a different angle. Secondly, a lot of the records that I wrote that were up tempos, I'm not really a club person.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I wasn't really writing about popping bottles and we dancing in the club, standing on tables and
Yeah.
VIP. That wasn't
Yeah.
my thing. So I
Yeah.
would try to find a subject that could be in the club, or heck, it could be at a house party, it could be at a barbecue, it could
Yeah.
be anywhere. You can
Yeah.
dance up on a girl. So
Yeah.
that was where it came from.
Or
And then when Tweet
relatable.
came,
Yeah.
right when Tweet came with the step back, you're dancing, and we was like, okay,
Yeah.
the call and response with
Yeah.
women, it just
Yeah.
really worked, man. It just really
Man.
worked. But it was beautiful.
That's fire, man. And you had a lot of success solo as well. With your departure from Next, you did a hell of a job. A lot of
Thank you, man.
writing, a lot of, man. My favorite is Tupac. Of course, my dad is a big
Oh
Tupac
wow.
uh, fan. And, until the end of time, I was like, these
Man.
broken wings.
Yeah. Man, thank you, man.
Yeah, man, that's one of my favorites. And to go back and see that video and stuff like that is pretty dope. Did you?
Appreciate it.
How did that come about? Getting on that one.
Well, it's funny because God works in mysterious ways. I was in LA recording, and I got a phone call. And I think at first they were trying to get like Dave Hollister to do it, because I know
Yeah,
Dave had worked with him before on like Brenda's Got a Baby and all that.
dope.
And for some reason it didn't work, so they needed me to come in the studio like the next day. And I didn't know the Mr. record. I mean, I probably heard it in passing. Take these broken wings. They
Okay,
told me to
yeah,
go
yeah,
by the record store and get the CD and learn it. And then the next day we had the session, and I literally went in there and sang the record down
yeah.
just as hard as I could one
Man, you
time.
killed that.
Thank you. And they were like, that's it, let's go. And I literally got a call from Miss Afeni Shakur, and I thought I was in trouble
Uh
because she asked me for my mother's address. And I was like, sure. I don't know what I did. And she was like, no, I want to send your mother some flowers
oh.
to thank her for raising a great son. You brought life to my son's music. And I
Yeah,
was like, wow.
that's
So
dope.
it's crazy when you do things out of nowhere. Like, it wasn't something where I was, talking to Pox people or anything like that. It literally
Yeah,
was me driving down like the 405 or something and getting a phone call from
yeah,
somebody from the team saying, yeah, you have to be in the studio tomorrow. So
yeah.
it was beautiful, man.
Yeah, man, that's dope. And you also wrote for Jaheim as well.
Uh-huh.
A lot of his big songs, you know what I'm saying? Just in case and anything.
Uh-huh.
How do you enjoy the writing aspect of being an artist, man? Because you do very well in that as well.
What's funny, because when you're an artist at heart, at first you feel like, oh, all these records are mine. I'm gonna put this out. I want to put that out. But then when you start understanding the publishing aspect of the game, you want to put babies everywhere. I mean, I guess
Yeah,
that's the way you put it, and watch them grow. You know what I'm saying? So when
yeah,
you have opportunities to give records to other great artists, like I was talking to somebody yesterday, and I found out that Unpredictable turns 15 next month. That's the Jamie Foxx
man.
joint.
Amy
And I
Fox,
did,
yeah.
I actually did Storm forecast the record on that album. So it's like when
Oh,
you're able to work with all these amazing artists, Luther, Usher,
yeah,
Jamie Foxx, like I said, that's all with the opportunity to use a gift that God gave you to bless them. So when
yeah.
God puts you in that position, the artist side of me go, man, ain't nobody can do my record like me. This is
Come
my
on, man.
record. But when you get to have all these other avenues opened up to you because somebody admires your work, there's
Yeah.
nothing like it.
That's dope. That's dope. And you do a hell of a job as
Thanks, man.
well. You work, like you said, with Jamie Foxx and other artists such as that caliber. Is there anybody in the game that you would want to work with that you haven't had a chance to work with yet?
Yeah, well, Brandy and Shania Twain. I love country
Okay.
music, which is crazy. I think she's super dope.
That's
Brandy,
country.
who I think is the vocal
Okay.
Bible, of course. But
Yeah.
yep.
And Brandy, that's very good. What about Brandy is it that you want to work with her? Um,
I just think that her tone and her harmonies and
yeah.
the way she can arrange stuff, I think coming together with her, she would bring new life to my words, because that's what it's about. When somebody can bring life into something that you created and take it to another level. You know what I'm saying?
Did you get to see any of the versus battles? Did you get to see the battle with her and Monica?
Yeah, people ask me all the time, who would I want to do a versus with? And truthfully,
Yeah.
I love watching, but I don't like the premise because it says verses. Now, if it was called celebration of each other's music, and you're
Yeah,
playing each other's songs and y'all singing along to each other's records and you're smiling and it's just really a
yeah,
feel good moment, I'm cool with that. But I don't like the idea that I'm competing with you
yeah,
because competition like that you can't win because it's not based off sales. It's based off
correct.
of Black
Yeah,
Twitter's opinion online,
yeah,
and I'm scared of Black Twitter. So I'll be looking at the commentary and
yeah,
some of the things people are saying, and I'm thinking to myself, man, I'm glad that ain't me. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I
Like,
love to watch it from the background, but me
yeah.
being a part, there's only maybe one way I would do it, and that's if we were singing the records live, because I feel like
I love that.
I could do that live.
Yeah.
Secondly, if I did do it, I'm a cheat. So I'm gonna be playing all the records I wrote for everybody else and
Oh my God.
all the features on Best Man
Yeah,
I can I'm gonna pull all that
but
stuff out. It's so
everything got the bag. They go back, wait a minute, man. No, that's how you got to go at it. Because I feel like the DJ and the order of the songs you play them is very
uh-huh.
important in the versus battle. And like with your hits, like you said, it's just about timing of everything. But you didn't give me the answer I was looking for, RL. Who would you want to go against? Is there anybody that you would want to go against, even with the group next? Say y'all get in a great, place,
Right.
y'all go at a versus
You know,
battle with somebody.
we're in a great place now, but truthfully, and this is gonna sound cliche, I know, but my only competition for me is me. So we
Ah,
can
yeah,
clone
yeah,
me.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
different, but that's the only person I'm competing with. I'm trying to be better
Okay,
every day that I
okay,
wake up than I was the day before. So,
that's a fact.
and I'm a fan of all these other artists. So, shoot, they
Yeah,
might be playing our competition, and I'm singing along, smiling,
ride
dancing
with
because
them.
I'm in the moment, right?
DMX and Snoop did that. They
Yeah.
really kind of was going vibing off each other. And Jeezy and Gucci, they did kind of
Uh-huh.
at the end the collab to kind of unify
Uh-huh.
and bring it together. I like you said, if they took the versus aspect out of it, maybe more people will be appealed to,
Exactly.
perform on it. So that's definitely dope. You said you working with Jeezy as well.
Uh-huh.
Tell me a little bit more about that project that you guys have coming out.
Well, what happened was me and my partner B Flat, we had produced and wrote a record for Lil Duval called Pull Up, which features Ty Dolla Sign.
Oh,
So we
dope.
had done that record, and then we had done like a Christmas record for for Lil Duval, and then we did another record featuring Devin the Dude called High for him
Dope.
as well. We wrote and produced it. And
Yeah.
then he was like, let's do some more records. And he wanted to flip Alexander O'Neal. And I was like, I have a better idea. So we flipped SOS Band, Just Be Good to Me, and we put Seven Streeter on it at first. Well, he was in the studio with Jeezy and played Jeezy the record, and Jeezy was like, I love that. Let me get on that. So
Dope.
then we got a version with Jeezy on the verse. Next thing you know, Duval was selfless enough to let Jeezy have the record. He
Dope.
ended up putting Demi Lovato on there, but he kept Duval on the first verse, which is a big blessing. And
Yeah.
next thing you know, we got a record, which is the next single, I believe, on Jeezy's album. So yeah,
What? Shout out to you, man. So you could just work in just so many spaces and things just open up with good faith. Man, that's what's up.
yeah,
So I'm excited to, get my hands on it. I'm definitely a big playlist guy as well. So definitely go throw that on my playlist and throw that
appreciate
on
it.
in the club for you as well when I'm in there on the ones and twos, man. So
Thank you, man.
I appreciate you stopping through with us, cutting up, having a good time. I do want to leave off on one last question. Your top five, I didn't get into your upbringing and stuff like that, but give me your top five artists. It could be R&B, hip hop. You said you did some hip
Okay.
hop as well.
Uh-huh.
Give me your top five. You don't have to put them in order, but I want you to. Five to
Okay.
one.
Oh, dang. Okay. Oh, that's gonna be okay. So, all right. Oh man, 5-1. So we'll start with Jay-Z's 5.
Ew, nice. Good shot.
Biggie is 4.
Another one.
Yeah. 3 is Jodeci.
Okay.
Okay. Oh man. Okay. 2 is we're gonna just say 1 is Michael Jackson. So
Oh,
that
God.
means
Okay. Got
two
it.
two two is Jay Moss, who's a gospel singer. He's my favorite.
J Moss.
Um,
Man.
I emulate some of his arrangements and things like that, and we'll talk here and there. He'll hit me and check on me, but those are my
Nice.
top five. But when we talk about humans, I'd have
Yeah.
to add Jamie Foxx in there only because, and I say this all the time, there are people in this industry that might not even be as well off as me,
Mhm.
that I can text or call and they don't respond or they take days to respond.
Yeah.
But then you have a superstar, conglomerate singer, actor, comedian that I could text right now or call and he'll pick up, and energy is amazing.
Yeah.
And it's funny because you're around cats that have real success
Mhm.
in comparison to cats that are doing pretty well for themselves, and they act like they feel like
Yeah.
this is how they're supposed to act. But then you meet the real
Real
bosses, and
people.
they just
Yeah.
like, "What's up, man? What we doing?
Yeah.
Hey, give me a call. How you doing? How's the family?"
Yeah.
That is like
So,
super, super dope. And Jamie Foxx is one of those people that I feel like is top five humans I know.
man, that's what's up. That's definitely what's up. I'm definitely a big fan of Jamie's work, man. Growing up, watching BET, Jamie Foxx show, the Wayans brothers. That was
Right.
always, in my rotation. As you can see, next Friday is in my rotation as
That's right.
so I was watching him, so definitely dope to hear that he's a humble guy underneath all his
Mhm.
success. But RL, so are you, man. You a hell of a humble dude.
Thanks,
You
man.
speaking to me like we known each other forever, man, and I really appreciate your humbleness to hop on the Plug podcast and holler at us here from San Antonio.
Man, I appreciate it. Hopefully I'll see y'all soon, man, because ain't nothing like the plug. You
Hey
already know.
man. Hey man. Shout out to RL. This has been the Plug Podcast number 30. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and make sure you go check out some of RL's projects on his website. And before I get out of here, how can they follow you, man?
I'm Just RL everywhere, or you can go to justrl.com. Everything you need to know is right there, where I'm going to be, what cities, what new music is out, and what's dropping. So, yeah, right there.
Hey man, San Antonio's on the list soon. Appreciate y'all. Plug Podcast number 30. We out.
We out.